Press the bell icon on our YouTube app and never miss another video from SpotboyE.
I would not call anything easy or tough. I think as an actor, it's my job to be able to perform the roles that are given to me. They would be able to understand what is the psyche of these people who get into crimes like this, who are committing these kind of heinous crimes. I think they think of this avatar. Hey!
Hi Rani, thank you so much for being on SpotboyE. It's lovely meeting you after
Hi,
such
Vicky.
a long time. I know we met before this for a brief while,
yes.
but now we are in camera and I want you to tell us everything about Mardaani.
Okay.
To be precise. So my first question, Rani, would be that, Pradeep Sarkar directed the first,
Right.
and you have Gopi in the second, who
Right.
apparently had written the first one.
Right.
So why this switch happened?
I don't know why this switch happened, but I think it was a natural switch. Gopi came with Mardaani too, and I think he expressed his desire to direct, and I think that's how it just happened.
So ऐसा नहीं लगा कि first one was made quite a mark and we should go with the same, there's a little bit of a...
I think it's always important to encourage new people, get them to, work, because till they don't get an opportunity, how do they, build their careers? So I think it's great to have people make their debuts, and I think I've been part of a lot of filmmakers who have made their debut with me. So yeah, it feels good to work with new directors all the time.
Do you see a major switch, major change in the recent crop of directors, especially the ones
Absolutely, I think
from the ones which you earlier...
Yeah, I would say everybody is different and they're all special in their own way. But I think today's crop of directors, they are also coming from the OTT platforms because they're watching those films. They're watching a lot of content from all around the world. So they also want their films to have similar subjects or, have very strong content. So yeah, today writers and filmmakers are coming out with much more content than probably there used to be before. And a lot of real life stories that are being portrayed, or real incidents, or real themes, or real problems that are faced by society today, which is by and large coming onto the mainstream. First they were told, but in a more, I would say, compact way. But now I think content cinema is seeing its way into mainstream.
More relatable also.
Yes.
So tell me how there was, I guess there must be tough preparations for this one, or was it as easy as the first one?
I would not call anything easy or tough. I think as an actor, it's my job to be able to perform the roles that are given to me. But Mardaani came with its own challenges because I had to play a female officer. I had to portray a real female officer on celluloid, because that's what the theme of Mardaani is. It brings about the female cops who lead our country, and they are the brave hearts that are actually working tirelessly 24/7 for us to keep our society safe, to keep our cities safe. So it was important to actually go meet them, understand them, learn their body language, talk to them about their jobs, how do they keep a balance between their professional and personal life. So yeah, so there was a lot of chatting with them, a lot of observing with them, a lot of interaction. And after that, I probably, kind of gave Shivani Shivaji Roy her soul. Because when you normally meet officers, you see them, rather not interact with them so much, because they only come in when there is a law and order situation. And we don't get to meet them on a daily basis. But through my these two films, I've been able to really spend time with them, and I'm really, really happy and inspired meeting them.
So you again went to them after,
yes,
again
because,
for two?
Yes, because in Mardaani 2,
yeah.
I'm playing a superintendent of police. So in Mardaani 1, I was a crime branch officer. In Mardaani 2, I'm a superintendent of police. So obviously, with your different designation comes different responsibilities, different way of handling law and order. And this time around Mardaani 2, you'll see me more in khaki because I'm a superintendent of police now. So yeah, so the demeanor is also slightly different from what Shivani Shivaji Roy is in Mardaani 1. So yeah, it was the same character, but still very different.
I really want to know about the swimming phobia which you gave away and how did it all happen? And why had the phobia set in?
I think it was due to my mother, because I remember as a child I had gone for swimming lessons and I was about to drown one day, and I think my mother panicked and she never took me back for swimming lessons. And from that day till today, I think I have this kind of phobia about water and being in the pool where I can't touch my feet. You know, if I don't feel the ground in water, I start panicking. And when Gopi came with Mardaani 2 script, it was very clear there that there was an action sequence that had to be done underwater. And I kind of looked at him and said that, Gopi, do you know the person who you've come with the script to, that person doesn't know how to swim. So how do we do this? And he's like, okay, but we have to do it. So I'm like, yeah, but how? So he said, we'll see. So I said, okay, we'll see. And then obviously, me being my naughty self, I think I pushed the shoot as much as I could. And we filmed Mardaani in May and June. And then the rains happened and I kept giving excuses that how do I go and train? It's raining. There is no indoor pool around where I can go and train. So let's do it later. And then finally in October, Gopi, I think, said that I think it's a deadline, Rani, we have to do it. And I said, okay. And then Anis, who is very, very popular in training people underwater, he does scuba diving. He came in to train me. And I must say that training with him was absolutely wonderful. I in fact learned how to swim. I learned how to breathe underwater, and I managed the action sequence. So I'm very proud of myself that this year I have been able to come out of my fear of water.
So first day भी डर नहीं लगा?
कौन से first day?
When you started to train?
नहीं, because वो baby pool से start करते हैं.
Rani, why are sexual crimes increasing? I mean, this in our country, despite, you know, we've had very ghastly incidents in the recent past.
Yes.
And there's so much being written, there's so much being objected to, but still the number is increasing, I mean, by and large.
So I don't know whether you read my article with Archana Tyagi, who was a police officer who had gone to meet and interview.
Yeah,
and we kind of asked her the same question. Like I wanted to ask her, since she's handling these kind of crimes on a daily basis, and she kind of spoke about pornography being at the helm, and because of that probably a lot of people are, you know, getting into crimes like this. And we kind of asked her that, is it only the fraction of society that is not well-to-do, or is it also them? And she said, no, there is no difference between the ones who are well-to-do or the ones who are not. This crime is happening everywhere and they are the ones who are doing it. So I think it has to be, the way I look at it, I think it has to be the kind of upbringing that children are given, and in their homes are they being told to respect women, or how are they treating the women in the house, you know, and what is the knowledge or what is the teachings they are giving their male child, and what are the teachings are you giving the female child, you know. Is it an equal representation of the way you want them to grow up? Are you ensuring to tell your daughter that she's strong enough and that she should believe that she's very strong and she should be standing up for anything that questions her dignity and her existence? And are you telling the boy child that you have to respect women like that, who are able to hold their head high in the world and are as independent as them? So I think it has to be somewhere in the upbringing. Because I don't believe,
balance, you mean, yeah.
I don't believe anybody is born a criminal. When you see babies being born in the hospitals, nobody is born a criminal. But it's the surrounding, it's what they are told or taught is what makes them who they are. So
but you call for a, say, an end to pornography because it's available at the flick of a switch. You know, some time back, we had a lot of porn sites being disconnected from the internet. Even today again, in the last 15, 20 days.
that is, I think,
is that the solution? Is that?
I don't know. I think that's the call that, you know, the law and order needs to take. They need to understand, because they are dealing with such crimes on a day-to-day basis, and they would be able to understand what is the psyche of these people who get into crimes like this, who are committing these kind of heinous crimes. And also at the end of the day, one needs to understand that in a country like ours, we are very open to everything, right from criticism to openly talking about the problems that we have in our society. Not many countries are like so open about what happens in their countries. They try to keep it more contained. But we are very lucky to be born and raised in a country where we are able to talk openly about what the problems are and how we can and what we can do to rectify the problem. So I think in a country like ours, it's very important to have discussions, talks, ways of how we can kind of put an end to stuff like this.
And one of the last questions that we see you so less in films. Last time we also discussed that filmmakers suddenly have this notion that you're doing only films for YRF. Is this notion? Yeah, obviously it's not true, and thank God it's not true. But I mean, why?
See,
have they developed this
also
notion?
what they need to know is that there are many films of YRF that I say no to. So obviously those things don't come out in the media because those are contained.
Yeah.
But there are so many films of YRF that I don't do. It's not important that whatever films they offer me, I have to do. It's also about whether I'm liking the subject or am I relating with the film or I'm liking my role, if I'm writing the story. Similarly, if there's anybody who comes from outside Yashraj with a great script, with a great, why would I not do it as an actor?
Strong films now your domain. Have you rejected a lot where, big actors are there, you just have 2 songs or maybe 2 scenes?
I don't think those
many
kind
of your
films
contemporaries
come.
are doing.
No, but I don't think those films come to me because
Anymore.
even before, I don't think I did those kind of films.
No, I'm just
to a
asking, do
large
they come to
extent.
you basically?
No, they don't. I think they think of this avatar. Hey.
Yeah, I think you got this whole image of yours after No One Killed Jessica. You've
Yes.
just been,
Absolutely.
that
So
savior.
yeah, if they come, I'm sure they'll come with something relevant.
Thank you, Rani.
Thank you,
you
Vicky.
so
It's
much for being
always
on
a pleasure
SpotboyE.
talking to
It was
you.
lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.